back to Hot Take Sports, episode 64. How you doing, Brady?
Good. You know, living life. How's everybody else doing? Matt?
Gassed. Thoroughly exhausted. Working nights. Not fun. Bad choice.
Hey,
We go
it's fine. I'll probably
full send your
I'll be in the same shoes here in
2 weeks?
2.5, 3 weeks.
True.
Won't be too bad though. Gym's pretty relaxed.
Well, it would help if I didn't have, like, schoolwork and then practice to go to, but
That would help too.
Yeah. at least you have that going for you.
Yeah.
It'll just be practice when you want.
I'll probably be there almost every other day.
Because Robbie coach basketball, so that's fun. 3 out of the 5 of us, give or take.
Yes.
Yeah.
You could be there like on Thanksgiving or Christmas if
Yeah.
you wanted to.
It's
but-
crazy how they're letting all of us like dunk on all the haters again. You know what I mean? Reliving the old glory days.
Oh no, we play with the reserve team. We get
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, we get thrown down to the JVs because they need help.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Clayton, how
it's
are you
fun
doing?
like blocking Mikey or something though. 'Cause I talk crap to Mikey all the time.
Good.
It's great.
What? I'm good. I'm tired too. It's getting to the point of the semester where I really question if I want to be in college or not. So,
Hey man.
Isn't that every day of college, though?
yeah.
Yeah, but
Well-
like more so when all the projects get piled on and professors just like every semester go, oh no, we're behind. Now we got to cram a bunch of material in.
That's exactly what's happening.
Or
in
you
my
could be
class.
my professor, be gone for 3 weeks, and then said, hey, you have a 5-7-page paper due by the end of the semester.
When's the end of the semester for you?
3 weeks.
3 weeks?
Oh.
Ugh.
3 weeks to do a 5 to 7 page paper.
When do you guys go back?
January 6th.
Okay.
Something like
I was
that.
gonna say, because we start like maybe the next week, and our exams are mid-December.
We start.
Technically, ours is the second week of December. January 9th is the very last.
Oh,
day.
okay. So there's only
Yeah.
about a week difference.
December 9th.
Because
Sorry.
our exam
That's
week
us
is
too.
when,
I
we're
think-
going to the BG hockey game.
Speaking of games, not you. 2 o'clock at my parents' house.
Sure.
I was going to
Sunday,
ask you.
because we're going to the Wolves Cavs game, so you guys can crap on me.
I mean,
I cannot wait to watch Rudy Gobert not do
play
good.
because
Yeah.
all your team will hit threes. That's not true. Jared
I'm
Allen
about
this
to
year,
say,
so
we've hit a rough stretch. We've lost our last 2.
Imagine
How?
only losing 2 games and calling it a
I
rough
thought they
stretch.
won last night.
No, we lost last night.
2 in a row is not a rough stretch, my guy.
Man, I'd love to be like 4th in the East and still be complaining about my 2-game losing streak. It must be
were
nice.
you guys at least competitive in your games? Because I don't remember the last time we were.
One of
You were competitive
yes.
against Utah.
I sent a thing into the
I
chat
don't have my
today.
phone on me.
The bad beat of a parlay last night was D'Lo scored 14 points in the.
14.5.
His over/under was 14 and a half. Got 14 in the third quarter, and then didn't score the rest of the game.
Went 0 for 2 at the free throw line and 0 for 4 from the field or
Yeah.
something.
Oh, I saw you guys played with 4 guys yesterday at one point.
Yeah, because D'Lo didn't check into the game.
I saw that.
He's literally.
Huh? I didn't see that.
So he was standing at the scores table, like stretching, because he didn't know they made the sub already.
Yeah.
And he was just standing there stretching while they were scoring on 5.
Huh.
So he was just standing there watching, waiting to be subbed in.
Oh, you can look up whole compilations of teams or like people thinking D'Lo is intentionally selling our season,
Huh.
like trying to get traded or whatever.
And what is it, like 12 games in?
Not even
Not even.
10, 11.
Yeah.
10,
Right,
11.
So, I mean, close
12?
to 12. Yeah,
12
but
games
Yeah.
might be tonight.
but yeah, you can look up. I mean, clips on clips on clips
Mhm.
of D'Angelo Russell like not playing defense or like double teaming for no reason, and not like actually double teaming, just like walking over the guy and letting his guy shoot wide open.
Right.
Or, stupid turnovers, breaking shots, not checking into the game.
Bat.
Remember, you did pick the Timberwolves partially because of D'Lo.
I did.
I always forget that he's from Ohio State.
That's a great
Y-
point.
yeah.
Wait,
Like
I'm
every
wrong.
other
I
time.
forgot about that.
You're welcome. I wanted to make sure to remind him. He's not down bad enough yet.
Yeah. It's only down bad.
You could-
It's only really down bad when you just completely miss the playoffs. That's when it's down.
It's a long season.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, when it gets to the end, if you don't make the playoffs and you're just playing,
Oh yeah, if we
Slow
don't
down
make the
bad.
playoffs and then we have, D'Lo will be a free agent, but then Gobert's on a supermax, Cat will be on a supermax, Ant got a max rookie extension.
you'll have no money.
We already have no money. We already
Yeah, but you'll have
no
no more money. You will look like the Lakers probably in free agency, getting a bunch of 30-plus-year-olds on a minimum.
I mean, that's what we try to do this offseason anyways. We brought in
DeAndre
Tyler
Jordan,
Dwight Howard.
you are a Timberwolf. No, bro, Dwight Howard.
Howard's going to beat Will Chamberlain in
Taiwan, I think.
Taiwan,
Taiwan.
I think.
Taiwan.
That's the only reason I
Yeah.
brought that up because I saw that today. They
That's
introduced
wild.
him.
Oh,
Yeah.
DeAndre Jordan's going to be a Timberwolves next year.
We don't need any centers. I
No,
promise.
I was just saying.
You don't need another non-3-point shooting
You need
center.
Matt Ryan.
Oh, I still go very elbow 3 one of these
What do you
nights
mean?
too.
We have Kyle Anderson.
That's true. Matt and I were out here watching it the
Who's
night
Matt
Gobert
Ryan's faster?
tried to yam a 3.
Kyle Anderson's like a turtle.
Dude, when I woke up the morning after he hit that shot, I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, Matt Ryan doesn't play basketball. I had no idea who he was. I'd never heard of the guy.
Nice.
Yeah, I
Matt
was
Ryan
like,
doesn't get my respect until he puts up 28 and 3 in a game. Just saying.
He
eh.
we put him in with like 3 minutes.
Ha! Quit laughing.
Took you long
Anyway.
enough.
So what if he puts up 28 and 3 and we blow the lead? Then is it complete? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the last.
That's
If he
Hall of
if he
Fame
puts
right
up
there. That puts
28
him in
and
the
3
Hall
and
of
they
Fame
blow
with
the
us.
lead, lose. Wild.
But we're already on the topic of basketball. Matt,
LeBron's hurt. Sorry.
that is,
That was unnecessary, but alright.
he is right. What happened? I saw that last night. I didn't look into it too much.
Your guess
Too
is
deep.
good as mine. I don't really care.
I heard his foot was sore, and then he went out with like quad soreness.
Leg soreness. He was landing on his leg weird. That's what I saw on the ESPN thing. And he was done for the rest of the game.
LeBron is
Something.
doesn't look great this season.
LeBron's like
Who
Now-
summed it
Not
up
off to a good
perfectly
start.
fine? Who summed it up? Shoot. Oh. I'm going to look because someone
Alright.
said.
well, I think LeBron's tanking till he gets rid of AD and Westbrook.
You're,
No, he just doesn't.
that
have
first
that
part was
ability
wrong. The
anymore.
second part is probably wrong because Westbrook's putting up really good.
Do you think that they
LeBron's
will trade
also
AD if it comes
38
down
years
to it?
old. You know
True.
that might
Well,
have something to
And
do
you
with
gotta
it.
remember, a bad season for him is still what 27 and 7 or something like that.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
that's still looked at as a
His-
bad
a
season.
bad
for
season
LeBron.
for him is like 23 and 5 and then 6 assists.
Yeah, because he averaged 30 last year as a 37
Well, yeah.
year old. I mean, you're not supposed to do that.
Well, yeah, you're not supposed to.
It's the
At
same as
all.
like Chris Paul. Chris Paul's putting up like 11 and 8, and people are like, "Oh, Chris Paul's washed." I'm like, look at the numbers of any other point guard of his age. Like they don't do that. First of all, they don't play that long. Second of
No.
all, they don't do that.
Point guards don't last that long.
Kind
You'll
of
see
awesome.
centers in the
Oh.
league at that point, but
This isn't what I was looking for. But I will say, LeBron in the press conference, he goes, I got to learn how to flop or something. Because he's mad about the no foul calls he's getting. And I'm just sitting there
Who is
thinking to
he, James
myself, like,
Harden?
Yes.
sitting there thinking to myself, I don't know if you can flop harder. Because, like, I don't know if you guys watch, but it's pretty bad.
yeah.
I thought he was really good at this lion thing.
No, he's not. Dude,
I've been seeing so many memes of that.
I would listen to.
So-
What is it? I just scrolled past
Their
it.
name used to be Amigos, but I told them it was too long, so they shortened it to Migos.
Bro, I've been listening to them since 2010, and their first mixtape was dropped in 2011. I'm like, just shut up.
Somebody posted a video of
Oh, I saw that actually on TikTok.
one of them like dancing in 2010. I think it was Offset. He's like, "This was Offset in 2010." LeBron was not listening to their music. He was like doing the robot or something like that, or like some weird dance. I don't remember what it was. It was so fun. Or the book ones. When somebody asked him a question about the book and he didn't know any of the answers. Or anything.
There's this one guy, he just made one. It says LeBron explaining on the shop, like
His friend group's podcast.
yeah, his friend group's podcast. He goes on how we met MLK in 1964.
Or I told Abe not to go to the theater that night.
Yeah, I saw
Bad
that one.
feeling.
I saw that one. I saw that one. I'm like, oh, that one's real good.
But
You know, I had a ticket to the Titanic, but I just had an off feeling that day.
Dude, totally off
Sick, I
topic.
missed it.
I'm gonna save it for football. If we go to football.
we will.
Okay.
We will.
I'm gonna save it for football.
Well, you know, there's a lot of exciting topics to talk about in the NFL, considering your team didn't play,
The news with the
your
Browns.
team didn't play, and
Brady.
We hate your
Why-
team.
why-
He's saying we still
We
don't
don't
like
care
the
about your
Patriots.
team.
We still don't like the Patriots.
But we're 12-ish games in, 11, 12 games in. How is everybody feeling about their team? Matt, you've already kind of said not optimistic.
it's no bueno. I never had faith in the Gobert experiment that much.
All
I
right.
put on a brave face for a while, but I don't know. It's early. There's a lot of season to go. We're still close to 500. I mean, it's not like we're bottom of the league, but we should be a lot better than we are. I mean, when our hardest game in our first 7 was the Lakers, we should have been 7-0. I mean, we played the Spurs, the Thunder, and the Lakers for like 7 games, and the Jazz. I mean, they're not off to a good start, and it's only going to get harder. So, like, we lost to the Suns again the other day, and the people who killed us the first time, or the person who killed us the first time, was Cam Johnson. And then they didn't have Chris Paul or Cam Johnson, and we still gave up 30 to two different people.
Cam Johnson's done for the year, pretty sure. I think he tore his ACL.
Did he?
I didn't see that.
Yes.
That sucks.
That sucks.
Thank you for confirming that, because I couldn't remember
Oh, yeah.
if that's what it was or not.
Leo, how about those Lakers?
I think you just enjoy crapping on the Lakers.
He does. He enjoys
He just
crapping on
enjoys
every
crapping
team.
on anything.
He enjoys crapping on anything
Especially
that
Baker
isn't
Mayfield.
any of his teams.
Yeah, no, as long as it's anyone else, it's okay. But
Just
he's
wait.
silent when it's back at his team.
Just wait until we get to hockey.
Oh yeah, my team is.
Just wait till we get to
Garbage!
the Lions.
Yeah, but I can't say anything about that because my team should be good in hockey.
Just wait until we get to the Lions.
That's true.
That's true too. But through
I was gonna say
11-ish
the Browns,
games.
But I'm not gonna throw you in there too.
I was gonna say why. Don't
Exactly.
kick me while
That's
I'm
why
down.
I'm saying I would
Don't
throw the
really-
Browns in, but I'm not going to.
Really?
Yeah.
You spent the entire pre-podcast just crapping on me in any way you could.
He missed you, man.
Apparently.
I could bring up the conversation about our defenses, but I won't.
Oh yeah.
You just did.
You just did.
What do
Well, I
you
won't
mean?
go into
Yeah,
depth. Sorry.
I could
Hey,
bring up
we're
the
not-
conversation.
we're not
I've
talking
been
about
trying
the
to
NBA.
crap
We're-
on you for the last 3 months, but I'm not gonna bring it up. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying. You know.
Yeah.
We're still
I'm
not
not gonna go into depth,
We'll get
but-
there. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Get off your phone and talk about the.
I'm trying to find the quote, but I won't. Anywho, Russ has finally turned it around some. He looks really good off the bench. But other than that, we've got nothing.
Yeah, that's the whole synopsis of the Lakers right now.
So it's just Russ off the bench, and that's about it.
I did see a meme the other day that said Kendrick Nunn better start learning Chinese.
You know, he scored like 2 total points in the last 8 games or
I
something.
know,
Exactly.
he's really bad. Well, he also hasn't played in a full year, so.
I mean,
Kinda-
still
Clayton
get
kinda
paid.
mad
You still
that
gotta be able to make
caught-
a layup
caught
or
your Joe
something,
Flea.
right?
Right.
Right?
What?
I mean,
Kinda mad that
He'll be
caught
playing
your
too,
Joe
but
Flea.
he's not. He's been injured the past 3 seasons, and he only played like half his like 8 games last year and got hurt again.
True.
So
he was good for them though for a while.
exactly. Kendrick Nunn was really good for the Heat,
Also true.
but they just need to figure something out. I got no words else for that team.
Okay.
Heat are no bueno too. They've been kind of rough.
That's true.
Yep.
They look pretty
So if
bad.
they're not out in transition, they suck,
Mm-hmm.
Well, they can't run sets.
Yeah.
At all.
and they got no scoring. I mean,
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler in the paint, Tyler Hero on the perimeter. That's about it. Duncan Robinson's making $20 million to do nothing.
Yeah.
Clayton, talk about the Cavs.
I don't know why you said we're going through a rough patch. We've lost 2 games. But that, if you're calling that a rough patch, we're doing pretty well so
I mean,
far.
Donnie basketball looks insane.
Yeah, the Donovan Mitchell trade is looking like it's working in our favor as of right now.
When did Donnie Basketball become one of his nicknames?
I chose to
I
ignore it. I didn't
personally-
even bother to acknowledge it.
I personally just call him Donnie basketball. Just
I've
for fun.
never
yet
heard
to
you
hear
say
you
it.
say
I've
that
never
before.
heard it.
I've
Like,
never heard of it.
I'm sure it's in an NBA episode here somewhere.
No, it's not.
That is.
I would put
I've
100.
never heard.
I would put $100
I
on
said it to
it
you
right
and you're
now.
standing
I would
Yeah.
put 200 on it right now.
That,
said
But
you
you
gotta
never
get
said it on
Yeah,
a.
choose to ignore.
No,
There's a
the
reason.
only
I
nickname
know you
you've
choose to
used
ignore.
is Spida. That's the only one
Yeah.
you've used.
That's the only one he should have.
I say
Don
Donnie
and
basketball every once in a while.
Spade.
Yeah.
Donnie Basketball.
Anyway,
I'd accept
I'd
that.
say,
Donnie
I'd
basketball.
say the trade looks good for both teams right now.
I'd accept the Don. But
yeah, but like, we're better.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but
Are
you
you?
guys are supposed to be good. They're
Yeah.
not.
You're
Yeah,
supposed
that's
to be
true.
good. You're
You
supposed
guys will fall apart soon enough.
You're
Don't
supposed
worry.
to be 3-9. Not
I mean,
1-3.
Larry Mark is the All-Star game.
10-3.
No.
First team is
So far, yeah.
Hey, we're
No.
we're hosting. Andy, hey,
Danny Ainge is.
Laurie Markkinen will be an all-star this year.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
He's dropped like 20 plus at least.
I was gonna
every
say,
game.
Like I said,
well,
it's
he's
only through
averaging-
10.
He's averaging like 25 a game.
Yeah.
On not his best efficiency.
I was gonna
either.
say.
Like,
I was
Well,
gonna
he
say-
has to shoot more because they don't have
He's the
a
number one
lot.
option.
Well, it don't
Yeah.
matter if he starts making them.
I was gonna say,
If
he's
he
our main,
continues
he's
to
our
make
main
at least
guy.
half
It's
of what
working
he's
out
doing,
really
he's going to
nicely.
be in the All-Star.
I was
Hey,
gonna say, if
we-
they're gonna have a decent record come the All-Star game,
It'll be
you
him.
know their
We're hosting.
over/under for wins on the season in Vegas was 23.
They're already almost halfway
They're
there.
10-3.
They're 10-3 now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're the first team that's done
Yeah,
this.
we beat the Hawks last night.
That's impressive. So
With
technically,
Trae Young.
yeah. So technically, you're better than the Bucks
All right,
because the Hawks without Trey beat the Bucks.
true. DeJounte Murray.
Yeah.
I'm not a believer in the Jazz. They'll cool off. It's gonna
Well,
happen.
no, they're not.
It's- so is
they're not
everyone
gonna
else,
continue
except
to
for
go
him.
crazy.
Honestly, Clayton, I don't care that much. If we win, oh cool, another game towards the playoffs. If we lose, oh cool, another game towards Vector.
You're not getting
getting
him.
Can you
Victor.
stop calling him Victor, please?
Yes.
I'm so tired of it.
Victor wasn't
not
out.
his name.
You're not getting him.
Both directions.
There's no way.
Stop.
There's
Don't encourage him.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
If we keep up our current pace, we have a shot at the play-in,
Well, obviously.
which is fine with me.
A 10
No,
to,
if you keep up your current pace, you have a shot at the 1 seed.
Yeah. if you're telling
I'm
me
not
every
going that high
13
yet.
You said
Yeah,
keep up
if you-
at your current
Hey,
pace,
you're
Brady,
10
you would
and
have a
3.
shot at the
every
1
13
seed.
games is 10 wins and 3 losses. Do the math, Brady.
I just meant the current pace of winning was what I was going for. I wasn't
Still.
going for win 10 out of every 13 games.
But still, that's
That
where your
is
current winning
super hard to do.
That's
That
what
is
your winning
that is
ratio is.
Warriors level crap. That's what that is. Well,
What numbers you got?
2018 Warriors, I think is whatever that
by
year
82
was.
by 30, 6.3.
6.3 wins per 13.
Well, that would be how many phases you would go through for 13 games. So you'd be like a 52 win team or something like that.
A little over, wouldn't it?
Nah, they'd be a 60 win.
It would be
a
60
little
wins.
over 60.
Because if they're
But-
doing 10 wins every
But that's
13.
6.2. That would put you at 60 wins and like 18 losses, which would be.
Yeah, so it'd be a little over 60 then, probably.
Oh, yeah, 'cause that's only 70. I've seen that was 88.
Yeah.
Even
yeah.
if
Yeah,
they
you're
go-
right. So yeah, they'd be like a 62 win team.
They
or
still
something
make the
like that.
play.
So sorry, a little bit
Which would make
slower
you-
than current.
Which would make you the best team in the league last year.
Every
'Cause
Oh.
didn't the Suns win 61 or
I-
60?
yes.
Something like
I
that?
don't even know. I don't
I think
remember.
they were
It
the
was
only
something
60
like
win
that.
team.
How about this? We can keep up our winning ways, we have a shot at the play-in.
If
Which
you
no
can
one was
just go-
even anticipating to begin with.
That was the exact same statement. You just changed the words a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, yeah, because now it's not. Now I did. That time I didn't say, "Oh, if we keep winning 10 out of every 13."
You said we keep up our winning ways. That would just be the same thing.
They play 13 games.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Alright.
Good.
The Jazz are playing like a college basketball team. It's awesome. They move the ball. The ball doesn't stick. Keeps moving, and nobody is the superstar. So everybody just plays.
Well, that's why Cleveland was really good last year.
Kelly Olynyk.
We're still doing that to
Yeah,
an extent.
absolutely. Yeah.
Well, that's
And
what
that's what
I'm
that's
not-
what's made us so good this year.
Both teams look really good. That's why.
That's
why
why I
I
didn't-
said nobody's really won the Donovan Mitchell trade yet. It's looked good for both sides.
Well, they're gonna win.
I mean, I'm sure they will.
They're competing for a championship.
They'll
even
win
more,
now.
and they didn't lose anything.
They'll
They
win
still
now,
win.
but
I was
you'll
gonna
win in
say
the long run.
we're not gonna lose anybody to contracts next
No.
year either.
No.
Everybody's extended.
We're
But there's-
super young too.
Everybody but Kevin Love.
But there's not technically a loser.
Love's
in
coming
that.
back on a cheap
Oh,
deal.
I know he will.
We'll I could see us trying to bring him
Little
back.
exception.
He'll be back on the minimum.
Vets
The
minimum,
only
something.
thing I'd see is him going back to Minnesota just to retire there, but I wouldn't see that.
He would go to
That's
Portland.
not happening.
He'll go to
That's where he
Portland. He could go to Portland.
Oh, bro.
Retire.
If-
Kevin,
Or like
Kevin
a-
Love's gonna retire at Kev. That's my take.
More than likely.
Remember when we shat on him?
Why'd you have to change it? Why'd you start with
Shaq
Shaq
shit.
and make it
Shaq
shit?
shit.
What? Yeah, because he was playing a lot. And he was playing like garbage, but we're finally using him the way we should. He's still overpaid, but he's
Yeah.
Well,
more
yeah.
efficient. Like he didn't. He's still like
He's doing his
overpaid.
job now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not supposed to be
He-
a superstar
he-
anymore, and he's finally like accepted a bench role. That's what made me mad.
I think he accepted. I think he just didn't have the opportunity to like focus on that role because we needed him to do more.
Yeah.
And it wasn't within him.
No, not at that point.
No.
That was
There's
the
also all
year.
the mental health stuff and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right.
It's nice to see him come into his role and come in and absolutely drain threes.
It's his job.
That's what he's supposed to do right now.
Update on the LeBron thing. It says LeBron is day-to-day due to a left adductor strain. He's doubtful to play Friday versus the Kings, and he may also miss Sunday versus the Nets.
Cool.
But that would also give him
He
8
just doesn't
days
wanna
off
play against
until
Kyrie.
the
Hot
following
take.
thing.
Kyrie
Kyrie
won't
won't
be
be
playing.
playing,
Hot
so-
take.
Oh yeah.
He's-
That would completely. Yeah.
Good try though.
Good job. Good job.
That's true.
Could've gone
That,
KD.
that happened.
That would make. Yeah.
that happened after we recorded last time.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that. He
Yeah.
doesn't need any more publicity.
Yeah, we
That's
don't,
fair.
we don't, we
Big
don't talk
input.
about that whole.
Kyrie's not the sharpest knife in the drawer. That's fine.
Does anybody have anything else with the NBA?
A waste of talent.
No.
I don't know. Any underachievers and overachievers?
Underachievers.
The Jazz are
Warriors.
overachieving, I think, but
Overachieving.
that's as a team. Lauri Markkinen's playing well.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
Jazz
no.
are definitely overachieving.
Yeah.
Underachieving is the Warriors.
Or
Yeah.
Heavily
They're looking
underachieving.
really bad.
Are
I
you hitting the panic button yet, though?
No.
Warriors?
Are you worried?
No.
The Warriors?
They have too much veteran leadership on that team too.
I saw,
Crap yet.
I
don't
saw
buy
a
that
fun
at all
little
anymore.
trade today with the Lakers and the Warriors. It was AD for Clay and Draymond.
Well, that will never happen.
That's a horrid trade for both.
Neither team gets better there.
No, the problem
The
is
Lakers get rid of that trade.
the Warriors have always talked about this like double timeline thing, that they've got the guys like Wiseman, Moody, and Kuminga that are their young core, and they have their older core
And
of
Poole.
like and Poole, and their older core of like Curry, Clay, and Dre, and then Wiggins kind of like floats in between. But these guys never actually played. Like they said they were developing them, but they never actually played.
They never played
They had-
meaningful minutes.
They had Otto Porter Jr., they had Gary Payton II, they had these other guys that defense and 3-point shooting that they brought like in from the side or whatever, and that's how they won. But they've gotten rid of those guys. Gary Payton plays in Portland.
Portland's.
He's injured right now.
Otto
So he's not
Porter
even
Jr.'s
playing.
I was gonna pick him today, and then I saw he was
Otto
injured.
Porter Jr. Shoot. I think is he in Chicago?
I didn't realize he was.
Yeah.
He's in
No.
Chicago.
Is he back
Is he
in
back
Chicago?
in Chicago?
I'm pretty sure.
Because I know he used to play in Chicago.
He's
Well, that's where they
somewhere.
got him from, isn't it?
Wait.
Or that's where he came from.
Oh,
Yeah.
fucking look.
I was thinking
I don't
like-
think he's in Chicago
thinking like
anymore.
Wizards
Because I
or
saw him the
Bucks.
other day.
It's a red team. I'm 99% sure it's a
might
red
be on
team.
the Bucks. You might be right with that.
Otto Porter Jr. is currently on the Raptors.
Red team.
Red team. Got me.
Go red team.
But anyways, so now they're trusting those younger guys, and nobody's performing up to
No.
standards.
Even Poole looks
Kuminga's
bad.
Poole looks bad. Kuminga's getting DNPs. I mean,
Really?
Yeah.
and
They're not even
Wiseman isn't playing the center role that you need when you have the greatest shooter of all time. Like,
I mean, Kevon Looney is more than him.
because Kevin Looney knows his role.
Yeah.
Wiseman wants to score in the post and do nothing else.
When all he's there is
That's
just
not his
to
job.
rebound
It's not his job yet.
Rebounding,
Curry
set
shot.
good screens,
Yeah.
and get putbacks.
and put back dunks or
Yeah.
occasional
Yeah.
lob.
On the off chance that he does miss, be there for the rebound.
Or anytime like Clay shoots.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's not been good this season, which is too bad. But like, he still missed 2 years of basketball.
Right.
I hate when people are like, "Oh, Clay's washed" and stuff like that. Like, I mean, yeah, he's on the older side, but still, he missed 2 years of basketball.
In his role, he can keep playing for many years. Like
yeah, he'd be like Kyle Korver.
He's a catch and shoot guy.
Joe Ingles.
exactly.
No.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Joe Ingles has a good career shooting percentage. You can't,
Oh yeah.
can't take that away from him.
Yeah.
I
would say more like
He's,
Kyle
he's
Korver.
top two all time Jazz three-pointers made. So
Who's number one?
Donovan Mitchell.
Really?
at least he was number two.
I think Donovan Mitchell's number 1.
I mean,
Well, Donovan
Donovan-
Mitchell has already
Donovan
scored
Mitchell's
more
also
career
up
points
there.
than Anthony Bennett.
Yeah.
W.
Sad.
Through how many games?
part of me,
Through
part
five.
of me wants to say that one of Stockton
It was like
and
through the
Malone is
first
above.
No,
It
it
was-
was
It was a
five.
few hundred.
It was like
games.
10.
It was a few hundred points.
It was like 207. He had like 278 through like our first 7 or something like
Yeah.
that. Don't.
It was
look up that
between
math.
5 and 7.
It wasn't any. It was achievable. Like, you know what I mean?
It was a high number, but it wasn't like.
It wasn't that
He's
high.
not averaging like 40 a game.
Oh,
or
I
anything
lied.
like that.
Ingles and Mitchell both passed John Stockton already. So Ingles is 1, Mitchell 2, and Stockton's 3.
Ingles is 1.
Ingles is 1 now.
Interesting. He's a buck, right?
Oh, and
Yes.
4
Yeah.
and 5 are Gordon Hayward and Boyan.
Those make sense.
It's not
Yeah.
Karl Malone, the postman.
So, anyways,
I thought Stockton was still the role. That would be why.
Oh, Stockton and Malone still haven't won a ring, just so you know.
I know. I'm aware.
Just to remind you.
Didn't have to remind me. I've brought that up several times on this podcast.
Thank you.
Just to make fun of myself.
That is one of the funniest things I've ever had happen to me.
Oh yeah. And
What do you mean? We have won a ring with Stockton and Malone.
Nope.
Oh my gosh.
Do you forget this little figure called MJ?
there was 1 year in between, so I thought there was a chance.
But no, that was when
No.
Hakeem Olajuwon was
That was
dominating
Hakeem.
everybody.
That's true.
every single time you guys made the finals, you lost to Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Man, it just be like that sometimes.
Single.
As they say, we should have just got gooder.
That's what happens when you play the GOAT every time in the finals.
So you admit it's Michael Jordan?
That's what I was gonna say.
That I didn't want to bring it up.
I never knew which. I don't know which side of the argument any of you were on. I don't really care.
Because I refuse
They
to be
share the
against
spot.
It's not worth
That's
it.
where I'm at.
Yeah.
They share the spot.
You can have more than one goat.
You
Kareem's a goat.
Kobe.
Kobe's a goat.
Bill Russell.
Bill Russell's a
Shaq.
goat.
No.
Shaq is the most dominant player of all time. I don't know if I call
That
him a
is a
He's the
great
most
summary.
dominant center of all time.
Allen
This
Iverson
2000
is-
season is arguably the greatest season in NBA history.
Allen Iverson is considered the greatest pound for pound NBA player in history. Obviously, that doesn't actually mean anything, but
Yeah.
well, you got to
He's
think
never
he only
won a
weighed
ring
like
either, so.
140.
Yeah, and he was also like
Never
6
won a
foot.
ring.
and averaged 30
Yeah.
points per game.
With
That
no
brings
rings.
brings something up. Did you see Shaq yesterday commenting about Donovan Mitchell?
No.
Any of you?
No.
No.
Are you okay?
Shaq.
This is no.
Well, Shaq was talking about like how you can bring in, like, get the better person, like the better player out of someone, like he did with Kobe, Wade. That's what he said.
Shaq didn't bring the better player out of Kobe. Kobe just shot more because he knew he'd have somebody to get his rebounds.
That's
he didn't
what.
bring it out of Wade either. Wade was hitting his stride right before
I was
he
gonna
got
say
there.
that was like
So-
right
That's-
when he was entering
that's-
That
prime.
was prime
This is-
slash, yeah.
This is what he said.
Well, Shaq can say
Yeah.
whatever he
What?
wants.
Shaq
He
and
said,
Shaq
and then he
Charles
said
Barkley.
something. I challenge Mitchell to be a better player and to be a MVP.
Hey, you know what? I challenge Rudy Gobert to be a better offensive player right now.
Yeah, me too.
Let me know how that goes.
I'll let you know Sunday.
Yeah.
When Mobley's
I was
hitting
looking
threes
forward
on.
to that
No.
game so much.
I know.
Up until about a month ago, and I was like, damn, it's
No,
gonna
bro,
be that
that'll,
bad.
that'll be the one time Rudy Gobert's just suddenly like, oh yeah.
Watch Gobert put up 20 and 20 on you guys. That'd be so funny.
That's
Oh,
not
that would,
gonna
that would
That'd
be
be
absolutely
so funny.
legendary.
You guys will still win by 20, but
We
No,
have too
that'll-
we have too
that'll-
many good big men for that to
The
happen.
knockout.
that'll be the
Knock
night
on
that
wood.
Ant will put up like 7 points on 0 of 6 from 3. D'Lo will have 8 turnovers. Cat will only take 7 shots somehow. And Gobert will go 1 of 9 from the free throw line.
No, bro, Kyle Anderson 40 piece.
He can't move fast enough to even score 40
I was
points.
gonna say, his nickname
He
is
can't
Slow-Mo
even get
Anderson
down the
for a
floor
reason.
fast enough and shoot fast enough. Even if he played 48 minutes, he wouldn't be able to get
Dude,
that
I was
far.
gonna say, his name
He
is
takes half the
Kyle.
shot clock to shoot the ball. It doesn't go in.
Do you guys have anything else on the NBA?
Shout out to Jalen Noel. He's underrated. And I hope he doesn't get paid soon. We need the bench story.
No,
But-
that's not Reed's format.
Osprey's been good too. Trying to think. Anything else? We talked about the Trailblazers last time.
Right.
They've been good. They're fun to watch.
Pelicans look pretty solid.
Yeah, we expected that though.
Zion finally
Their
being
starting
back.
five is nasty. CJ McCollum, Herb Jones, Brandon Ingram, Zion, and Jonas.
They got length. There,
Yeah.
especially at their wings there.
The Raptors are like that too. Raptors are cool. Everyone in their lineup is 6'6", and then
Yeah.
The Sixers
Fred.
are kind of mid.
What?
kind of what?
The Sixers are kind of mid.
Yeah, Harden's hurt.
Why should you spend the
He's,
Sixers?
I would say Harden's also leading the league in assists per game at like a flat 10. I was like,
well,
he's passing
he's
the
the
ball.
point guard of their team.
I'm
Tyrese-
just-
Tyrese Maxey's a dog.
I was saying,
Harden's
right
doing
now,
what he
he's
needs to.
bananas.
Well, the Grizzlies look pretty good. They're 8-4.
Oh yeah, that's John.
Ja.
That's expected.
John Desmond Bain.
Desmond Bain's the best 3-point shooter in the league right now.
Mm-hmm.
That may not be true, but I
And
mean,
that's
he's up there.
without Jaren Jackson.
I still don't even know if they get better when Jaren Jackson Jr. plays.
It might get worse because
Oh.
of foul trouble.
Yeah, because he gets in so much foul trouble. He's such a good shot blocker, but he demands offensive touches, which he'll just take from Bain.
Ja.
Speaking of basketball, this is college basketball, but do you know who BG played on Monday for the first time ever? Air Force.
Really?
The Air Force Academy came to BG and we played them.
Who'd you cheer for?
Did you win or lose?
What? I was in my camo Air Force uniform and I was cheering for BG.
Nice.
What a guy.
So did you win or lose?
We won by 4.
There you
Air
go.
Force Academy basketball is really bad, I think, historically.
Oh.
I was hoping you were gonna say really good, to, like spring some confidence, but
I
No,
know. I
no.
heard
They
they
have.
barely won by 4.
The height requirement for the Air Force is you have to be shorter than 6'6", but they had like multiple like 6'8". They had one guy that was 6'10". So I don't know how that works, but
Basketball.
I guess we'll figure that out.
Another
office jobs.
Is that for the cheer
Yeah.
for?
another thing about BG about football. Did you guys end up winning yesterday against Kent State?
Did you just
Moving
start-
on,
we
moving
got-
Oh,
on.
we
no,
got-
he,
Yeah,
wasn't here for it.
I
Was he
wasn't
here?
He
here.
wasn't here yet.
Oh no, they got
No, Isaac. No,
Oh,
we
sorry.
did not win yesterday.
Sorry, I
No.
knew you were competing for the MAC.
Yes, Isaac. I know. I know.
Hey, don't be so buttered. Relax.
I wouldn't be mad if we at least played a good game, but they looked terrible. Our offense could not get anything going.
No.
On college football, two of the top 6 teams lost, or 3 of the top 6 teams lost over the weekend.
Yeah, Tennessee,
Clemson, and Alabama.
Alabama's washed.
Oh yeah,
Sure,
by the
Alabama
way,
has 10
BG has
losses.
technically beaten Clemson now, just so everybody knows.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, we beat Marshall. Marshall beat Notre Dame. Notre Dame beat Clemson. Therefore, BG is beaten.
Notre
Per
Dame's
the
back on that
community.
ride. If Marshall and Notre Dame played again, I think Notre Dame will off the floor with them now.
Oh, yeah.
They're definitely way
I hope so.
on the way back up. Cause they
Well, that's
were-
like saying if BG played Minnesota again, they would dominate us. Yeah, absolutely. Like,
You would hope so.
but yeah, that's I don't have anything more for basketball. I just thought I'd bring up that we played a service academy for the first time since I've been there.
Do you think it's possible that Ohio State and Michigan can both make the college football playoff?
No.
No.
I don't think so.
It'll be Georgia and Tennessee.
They would both have to go undefeated.
But one team would have a loss.
And it would have to be a close game.
I think
It would have to be an
high
overtime
yeah,
game,
the game.
probably, or an
Probably,
end
something
of
like that.
play.
Really
Or like a
close.
game-winning field goal type.
Yeah.
Type ordeal. Because then TCU's 4. But
They're-
if TCU loses, then after that, there's no other undefeated teams. At least.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's
Power.
nobody in the Big 12 can beat TCU right now.
No.
The Big 12 is garbage at football. There's
Yeah.
no one in there that could beat them.
But then you just gotta look at, because like they take like conference championships into.
Mm-hmm.
That would be true because Tennessee would probably hop right back in there if they would just win out because then their loss is only to Georgia, which is understandable because Georgia.
But they're also not going to get a conference championship.
They have to play Georgia again. I believe.
They would.
Yeah, that's
They
right.
would,
The
if they
SEC
beat Georgia in the
is a
SEC
new division.
championship,
No,
they absolutely.
no.
They'll both make it then.
TCU might lose.
Are they on the
again.
same side? They might be on the same side.
Oh, no, yeah, I think you're right.
I
there's
think
one
they're on the
more-
same
one
side.
more year since
Because
the division
it
thing.
was between Ole Miss, LSU, and Bama.
You did not just say Old Miss.
He did.
Oh.
But continue.
OLE.
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
I was thinking
It's
the
the most
same thing. I was
southern thing. I love Ole Miss only because that's the most southern name they could have picked for a college. Ole Miss.
Yes, Isaac. Tennessee and Georgia are on the same side.
So unless Georgia loses,
As it,
Twice,
As it
Tennessee can't make it. So they won't have that conference.
As it sits right now, Georgia will meet one of
That'd be the
LSU,
last
Ole
team that
Miss,
has
or
a chance to
Alabama
beat them.
in the
See what
in the
winning
championship.
shows up.
Right.
And
which Ole Miss has the best overall record, but LSU is the best conference record. So
LSU
depends on how they do that.
LSU is the lead runner.
Go
right now.
Tigers.
Go Titans.
Yeah,
Go
but they're
Tigers.
5-1 in the conference, but then they're 7-2 overall.
It doesn't matter.
What? No two-loss team will ever make the college football playoff.
Oh no,
That's correct.
I was still talking about SEC
Which ends
championship.
after this year, right?
I think they got a couple more years yet.
I think it's this year, next year.
24, I think it changes.
And then it-
I think it's 24.
Yeah, it's 24. So
So another year or two.
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, who's Ohio State playing? Did we play Indiana this weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We have a
Should know before.
we have a warm-up game.
We
I
Should.
hope so.
Well, let's
It's
see what
like-
the wind is like here.
Yeah.
46. It
Supposed-
says no, there's no wind on here apparently.
AK we should kick their ass in
Should.
Should.
it to be
Yes.
mad at last league and should kick their ass by 100.
Well, I
But
don't know about
that
that.
Let's
won't
calm
happen.
down.
Easy killer.
How
It'll
scared
be I think it'll be one of them like either 63-7 games or 56-14 games.
How scared are you guys in Michigan?
Not.
The
Nah.
running game, I am. Running
I'm
game, yes.
terrified.
I was gonna say
If you
I don't think we'll beat
if you
Michigan.
don't
stop,
think?
I think we will if our defense steps up and stops the running game, which means we have to stack the box with 8 people.
I was gonna say
I was
pass
gonna
the
say
box and
3
use
over
single
top.
corners
I
every
was
time.
gonna say, and their
That's
running
exactly
back
what I would
is,
do.
Their running back is currently the leading candidate for the Heisman
Well,
Trophy.
obviously,
so.
Blake Corum is running.
Blake
longer.
Corum's disgusting.
Well, obviously.
So
But it also depends on our health. We haven't had both of our running backs in what, 6 weeks?
Yeah.
I haven't had
They've been like
JSN
And
flipping
Tra-
since
I think
week
Trayvon
2.
Henderson is out this week
And
too.
we haven't had Jackson Smith and Jigba for a while.
Yeah.
We've seen,
We're
we've
missing-
seen just fine without
We're
him.
missing key pieces. I
We've
mean,
seen just fine without him.
I've
though.
said
Wide
for last
receiver
week.
core.
and
I mean,
they're
you
in
can't
the
throw
horseshoe.
On our wins anywho.
Yeah, that's
We
true.
can throw slants.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
can't throw the
after
offensive
last year,
line.
Michigan's run
No,
game.
Because
no,
if
you
you've
can't
seen-
after last year.
You've heard our
Who
commentary
cares?
of throwing
We have a better
screens every
defense
other
coordinator
play,
than
it
last
ends up in
year.
a 3-yard loss every time.
We
because
will
the
have
receivers
it-
I
can't-
thought
yes.
it was the same guy.
no, we have a different defensive coordinator.
Like I said, pack the box, put one corner on each wide receiver.
Exactly.
Make them beat us a different
It
way.
needs to be 8 minimum in the box.
That's true.
Yeah.
And then just have a middle high safety and 2 corners out.
Didn't we
didn't even need the middle
swallow
high
up Kenneth
safety.
Walker last year?
Just have him blitz. Just have
I
him.
do the middle high safety.
Leo,
because
didn't we like swallow up Kenneth Walker last year? Because he was stopping Kenneth Walker.
when we play Michigan State.
Yeah. Did we like swallow him up?
Yes. And
Because he was at the time was a leading candidate for
Oh
Heisman
yeah,
too.
but Michigan State was just bad. All they had was just.
Yeah, but Kenneth Walker was gross.
Well, yeah, he was disgusting.
Yeah,
but his
but Michigan is
offensive
a
line
much
wasn't that
better
great.
team.
That's also true.
Michigan is just a better overall team. Like their offensive line is 1,000 times better than what Michigan State's offensive line
Yeah.
was last year.
Well, and their defense was really
And
good.
plus, our
Exactly.
defense coordinator was at Oklahoma State last year, and look what he did to that defense.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Just the running back
After he
coaches
was
last
watching
year. I know you
Oklahoma
said
State,
different
but I was-
coordinator.
That's where
But
he
the running
came
back and
from.
torches
They
last
were
year
good
wasn't even
last year.
supposed to
Their
be all that good.
defense was amazing.
Alright, fair enough.
We've got a lot of.
I don't know. Like our defense coordinator has improved, but so did their running back. Because I
Yeah.
thought Haskins was not a Heisman candidate last year
And he's still
when he
torched
torched
the
us.
bars.
Oh, he
Yeah.
torched
I would say
shreds.
he torched
Yeah.
us easily.
4 tutties. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our defense coordinator will get that figured out and will get the
Oh,
defense ready.
I
I'm
hope
not
so.
worried at all.
Prefer not to lose to
Also kind
Michigan
of
2 years in a row.
depends on what
We
she's
won't.
show, though.
We will be pissed off for that game. We will win.
Plus, it's at the
I hope
show,
you're right. I mean, you.
I
called-
like
you,
that
you called-
confidence. I do. I dig it.
It's in
I
the
dig it.
I
I
don't
do.
have it. I dig it, but I don't have it.
It's in the
I don't
shoe,
know.
isn't it?
Yep.
I don't know.
And
I'm
it's
just gonna,
in
I'm just gonna
the
hope he's
shoe.
right. Like when he called the Browns bid and happened to be right. Just gonna hope he's right.
He's got these predictions, man.
I need to start
Sometimes.
coaching a sport.
Once
He
in a
did, he
blue
did
moon.
say Derek Carr was gonna be MVP.
You know why? Because like I said
I'm
with
all
this,
flat QB.
we need to just
We all
pack the
know
box
this.
and make them beat us a different way. That's exactly what I would do across the board with any other sport.
Yep.
Let's like for example, if a basketball team has one really good player and the rest of their team is mid at best.
Boxing?
No, triangle and 2. Put them both on her. Make everybody else figure it out.
You playing
You're gonna
coaching?
double
Well,
team.
I was watching the BGSU women's game
Oh, that
the other
makes
day,
sense. That
and we
makes
had
sense.
one player score like 30 points, and they just couldn't figure it out. So that's what I was thinking about.
Running a triangle and 2 and putting 2 people in one versus wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
How
Dude.
bad is your team at defense? if you
I
double
live
team
my
them?
life on the edge.
What's the wingspan of the triangle?
One of our seniors had her career high on Monday.
Nice.
They played at 4:30 in the afternoon.
Huh.
Yeah, I know, right? It was weird. I talked. One of the women's basketball players does my internship with me, so I talked to her about it, and she said that's because they start at 4:30, or they started at 4:30 because there was a men's game after.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was
then
like,
doesn't
all right,
UF
that makes
do
sense.
that?
Yeah.
You have to settle
You
on.
have
Yeah.
done
Yeah.
that where it's like the girl, because I'd go walking in
The
with
women's will
you.
play right
We'd go,
before
yeah,
the men's team.
and we'd be like 2 minutes left in the women's game. So I didn't know they were playing. And yeah, they always do that.
Yeah.
Well, that
Yeah,
sucks.
Boston does that too.
Yeah, because like no.
I
one
think
would
that's
be
more
there.
common at smaller colleges.
Yeah.
Well, and
Mhm.
touchdown travel too.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like everybody can go on one bus and stuff like that.
That's what a majority of our basketball games are. Especially come holiday tournament, like we tend to invite the same colleges.
Right.
Other than usually for women's ONU comes and some random college from out of state will show up for the men's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even our soccer teams do that. At UF, we'll have a lot of men's and women's games.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
I wonder if they do that like everywhere else.
I would
Like, at
assume
least in
so.
Ohio
It makes
wise.
sense.
Yeah.
For
Like,
small colleges,
well,
because
we
BG
have a little
doesn't do
bit.
that.
Well, you
Because-
guys have a lot more people in
Yeah.
the teams.
We
too.
have,
division
and our
is
athletic
UF,
department
they
has more
do.
money.
Div 2. And you're 3, right?
Yeah, we're 3.
They're
Yeah.
3. You're 1.
We can offer lots of money to athletes. They can offer some money. We offer no money.
Yeah, you are. Hey.
I
Thank
actually
you for your
met our
notes.
new AD yesterday.
You guys got a new AD?
We did.
Nice.
Oh, that's right. I saw
I
your
cannot remember what his name is, but I shook his hand, and he was helping us throw T-shirts into the crowd.
What a guy.
Yes. And so was President Rodney K. Rogers.
Rodney.
One promotion we ran last night, though, was like the student section was pretty cleared out by the end, right? Like we're getting our butts handed to us. And I got to go on the microphone and be like, hey, we gave away 5 $1,000 scholarships. It's time to give away the 5th scholarship, but it's taped underneath one of your seats. Go find it. That's exactly what happened. It was awesome. It was so funny to watch.
We're just
That
hanging out
would
all day.
be-
Yeah, people were literally like searching the entire place.
Fist fights. Just
Some girl
Imagine-
literally didn't even check under her seat, waited like 5 minutes, and then checked under her seat and found it.
Dub.
That's exactly what
What
happened.
was
It
it?
was so.
What was it? Like an envelope or
Yeah.
something? Oh, okay.
It was an envelope that just had winner written on
That's
it.
awesome. I was waiting for some like middle-aged man to.
Hey! Yeah, I got that.
I'll give it.
Cash?
I'll give this to you for $2,000.
That just be me.
Supply and demand, my friend. Supply and demand.
You guys have anything else?
We can talk about the World Cup.
Go for it.
And some hockey.
Dude,
That's the only.
Okay.
Let's start with the World Cup, though.
Dude, the World Cup, the schedule might be great for my night shift because I might be able to watch the games while.
You'll be able to watch on your night shift because the games are in Qatar.
Yeah.
Yep.
Games will be starting at like 3
Shoot,
a.m.
what's that hour difference? I need to figure that out.
A lot.
I'm sure you can probably Google
Oh,
Qatar. Oh, shoot.
If I had to,
They're on the other side of the world, so.
if I had to guess, they're probably 10 or 11 hours either ahead or behind.
No,
us.
we have someone with a computer.
That's what I'm doing.
Man, that's a great call.
Well, it is currently 1:10 a.m. in Qatar.
So 8 hours? 8 hours roughly?
All right, that could be worse.
8 hours roughly. Not
Yeah,
terrible. Not terrible.
Could be worse.
So they're 8 hours
You want me to read the
Yeah.
roster?
Yes, they are 8 hours ahead.
At least the men's national team roster?
Yeah, you can throw the roster out there. Go like position by position.
Yeah.
And we can talk
There's
about it.
there's some couple surprises.
Yeah,
You could say that, yes.
there were some.
There was one.
There's a few people that got snubbed that were surprising.
You could say that. But just I'm perfectly fine with it for the inform. Like the goalkeepers are Ethan Horvath, Sean Johnson, and Matt Turner. Matt Turner will definitely be the starter.
Matt Turner will be the starter. Sean
Yeah.
Johnson. I think Sean Johnson.
I thought
I'm guessing Horvath will just be there. Just like, do what he did when we play Mexico in the final there.
Yeah.
If one of them gets hurt, then we'll just go on there.
I thought Stafford would make it.
a lot of people
I
did,
did
but he
too.
hasn't played in 2 years. That's
No,
the problem.
he's
And,
What?
and he's
reserve.
sitting there
He's on
playing in the
reserve.
championship, and he's
Hasn't
not even
even
doing that
played
well.
great.
They're losing games like 3-2,
Yeah,
and he's not playing that great.
Okay.
It's disappointing. Like I would pick him over Sean Johnson any day of the week, just to have him.
But Sean Johnson was just in an MLS Cup final.
And he looked real good.
When's Zach Steffen coming back to the MLS?
Not for another 5 years.
No, isn't he on loan
Zach
in Middlesbrough? He's
Yeah.
on loan.
He's on loan.
So he'll
from
probably
Man
just
City.
go back to Man City, and then when his contract's up, he'll probably just float around the Prem, just like
He's Man City's
Tim
team right
Howard did and Brad Guzan, and then when he gets to his like mid to late 30s, he'll probably come back to the MLS.
Yeah.
Or he'll
now. Maybe he'll
just
come back to the crew.
that'd be wild.
Interesting.
Eloy retired by that time. Hey,
I don't even know how old Eloy is.
like 30.
I'm trying not to think about the crew right now. I don't want to.
I don't want to either. We're apparently getting Montreal as head coach.
I heard about that.
Apparently,
Even though they were really
supposedly, even though Montreal has interviewed like 3 or 4 candidates to get the head coaching position, so it sounds like they're gonna have him out the door, and either one way or the other, which is kind of wild if you think about it. But
So yeah, goalie surprise Zach Steffen.
all right,
Defense.
here's our defenders. We have
Hey everyone, it's Brady with the Hot Take Sports Podcast. I'd like to take a moment out of this episode to thank the sponsor for today's episode, SeatGeek. Make sure to head on over to SeatGeek for all your ticketing needs, sporting events, concerts, anything else you may need a ticket for. Make sure to use code HTS for $20 off your first purchase. I used it, and it saved me a lot of money. My most recent trip to the Browns and Patriots game. Feel free to check it on out and support the podcast.
Cameron Carter-Vickers, pretty good center back. Serginho Dest, our starting right back, easily.
Yep.
Aaron Long,
Eh.
meh.
He's a
Shaq
veteran.
Moore, another decent outside back to have on the
Let me
bench.
get off the bench.
Tim Ream.
Yes.
I
That's the legend.
I'd be so happy with this if he wasn't 34.
Yeah.
You need that.
Just like Pep
he's,
said.
he's the veteran.
Did you
I
see
mean,
what Pep said? He
Yeah.
came up to him after the Fulham Man City game. He goes, "If you weren't 35, you'd be playing for me."
No,
And he
he
looked
said
at
if
him.
you were 24 and not 34, you'd be playing for me. And he said, well, it's a good thing I'm 35.
It was the other way around. He said, if you were 25, no, he said if you were 24 instead of 35, you'd be playing for me. And he said, I'm 34. I swear to you, that's what I saw. Well, you can be right. I'll give that to you. Anyway, and then Anthony Robinson, our better left back. I have no clue either, and I don't care that much. So Anthony
Somebody can
Robinson,
look it up.
definitely our better natural left-footed
Jedi.
left back.
Jedi will be
And then
good
Joe
on that.
Scally, his birthday
I
is
barely even
December
recognize that.
31st, 2002. He's younger than me. And you.
And me. And him.
And you.
No.
Nope.
I'm the
They're both
youngest one in
threes.
here.
Ha! Youngins. Brady.
They're both
Man,
March, right?
this makes
Yeah.
me feel old. He's younger than you
Clayton.
and I.
I don't even
That
know
is
Joe
younger.
Scally.
That is the worst thing about realizing how old we are in terms of professional sports.
turns
There's a lot of
20
athletes that are our age
After
now.
the World Cup.
There was a guy who was younger. He was like I think 2 days younger than you, who threw me a baseball last summer from center field.
Nice.
Yeah, I was kind of sitting there. My dad goes, "How old do you think that guy is?" I was like, "I don't know." And I looked it up, and I was like, "Wow,
He's 19.
yikes!"
That's
Yeah.
wild, especially when
Who
you
was
see
it,
the
Clayton?
MLS now.
I can't remember his name.
14-year-old starting
Where
in
were
MLS. I'm like,
Fort Wayne.
Oh, okay.
He played for the Dragons.
and then our last two defenders is DeAndre Yedlin, just a backup right back again. Probably just there for if we ever get the lead in one of our World Cup prelims.
So you can blow it for us?
Yeah.
Sick.
And then Walker Zimmerman is probably gonna be the other starting center back.
I
It
like
should
Walker
be Zimmerman and
It'll be Zimmerman.
I'd say Carter Vickers, but it'll probably be.
I think it'll be Zimmerman.
I saw highlights from Tim Ream in the just playing with him as
I like
national
him more
team.
than Paul Areola, so.
That's true. Paul sent out. He was all upset.
Did you see?
Yeah, I didn't.
Tim Ream is my favorite.
I was surprised John
Wait,
Brooks didn't make the team because he's been in good form for.
I was a
Wolfsburg.
little bit, but I saw
I liked him
that.
at center back for
Yeah,
us.
him and Berhalter didn't see eye to eye. Plus, John Brooks wasn't really playing out of the back in his system there in Wolfsburg.
Yeah.
Wolfsburg. All right, midfielders get spicy. We got Brendan Aronson, dog. Kellen Acosta,
Don't say it.
Tyler Adams, dog. De La Torre, could be a dog. Weston McKennie, dog. Yunus Musa, dog. And then Christian Roldan. we should just stop after Musa. Christian Roldan, I don't know.
Who
why I
got
said.
snubbed there?
Who got snubbed there?
I thought there was one that got
Pulisic
snubbed
not on the
there.
roster?
Oh, he's a winger.
Oh, I thought it was a
He's on there as forwards.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
say-
don't worry. Don't
No,
worry.
He's in there.
We would be rioting if he was not on there.
The U.S. would be mad if he
Let's
wasn't on
see.
there.
Because
Midfielder.
Pulisic is.
I don't know.
Oh,
That guy.
he is.
I don't know. We have so
Let's
many
relax. I don't know if he's that guy, but
We have so, when he's in form, he's that guy, and he's not been in form recently. He missed a sitter against Man City in the Carabao Cup 2 days ago or yesterday.
yeah.
Yeah, it was tough.
Yeah, the last two I was thinking of are both forwards. So.
Okay.
Yeah, because you were thinking about Reina, weren't you? Oh no, Pepe and Sinchi
That being
or Pifa.
Who are the forwards?
Jesus Ferreira. Don't like
don't
it.
like that one.
Don't like it. He plays for FC Dallas.
Oh,
Oh,
in MLS.
garbage.
He-
Gar-
Yes. Which I would replace him, and I'll give you the other one, and Jordan Morris. Both of them, I would replace them for Pepe and Pifo both.
Clayton, is he garbage? Is he garbage, or could he play for FC Dallas?
yes.
Christian
Oh,
Pulisic, really, is going to be our X factor, 100%. Him, Weston, and Musa. Musa, if he can get on one of those runs and actually finish clinically, because he did that so many times in our octagon games against Honduras, when we played Costa Rica and whatnot. He could go on the runs from box to box, and then at the end of the time he would just shoot and it just not even be close to on target at all.
Some Luis Diaz.
Yes. And then Gio Reyna, Josh Sargent, I love that.
Happy Sergeant.
I'm
man.
happy for
Happy
that.
he's back.
Tim Weah, I could argue he's a starting winger.
I
But
figured he'd start.
either that or bring him off the bench in the 65th or somewhere in the
Yeah,
60th
somewhere.
minute, 70th. And then Haji Wright.
Pulisic
I like.
can start.
I hope not. But Haji Wright is the other one. He's
Haji Wright surprised me too.
Yeah.
Him and Jesus Ferreira both surprised me.
He's only got 3 caps and 1 goal.
Yeah.
And he is born in '98, and he barely got called up. He wasn't even in the call up when it was the last group.
Yeah. Well, he's only played 3 times.
Yeah.
In actual games.
Yeah.
So definitely some surprises, but a lot of them nothing crazy.
Yeah. If it makes you feel any
Say the
better,
least.
Eunice Moose is also 19 years old, and could probably wreck all of us combined.
Well, yeah.
I would hope so.
Go for the
And-
knees.
Oh, I'm going in.
Go for the
I mean,
would
Brian
both
Harper
studs
close
off
to
to
the
the
knees.
knees.
Anyway, transitioning to hockey. Oh, well, I guess unless you guys have anything else to say about
I've
it.
got nothing about the World
Can we
Cup.
take the 2 minutes to talk about the MLB in between?
No.
Oh.
That's-
I have a
nobody
live
cares about
reaction.
baseball.
No, all I'm
No.
gonna say, Houston Astros won a World Series. There you go.
And
Matt,
Brian
they
Shaw's
did-
off the team now.
Matt, they banished G-Man to Pittsburgh.
And Bryce Harper is
Who?
still not that guy.
He's a meme. As G-Man Toy's raised first baseman.
Yeah.
Famously a left-handed hitter, he had a home run hitting right-handed. So he became a meme legend.
you have way too many baseball players that you say are memes.
He actually wasn't.
Alright, onto the
There's too many
NHL.
There's too many
No!
players in the MLB for him to know.
Shut up!
That's
For 1 second.
But yeah, I mean, on the Astros, Michael Brantley won a ring. That's about the only plus the Astros win. So
Oh, I could talk about baseball. The Reds signed somebody today.
that's true.
No clue who it is, but
He's a utility player.
I saw that when I saw infielder/outfielder underneath him. That's usually what that means.
He's not bad. He's
Nick
throwing fine
Solak.
player.
Texas Rangers organization is apparently in his bio still. Poor guy.
Yeah.
Anywho, that's enough for me about the MLB.
Right. Yes, now we go to.
Yeah.
NHL. Matt, you wanna?
You want to start?
Just go right to left.
Do I get to talk now?
Yes,
Yeah.
you can talk now.
So anyways,
the background, nice.
the United States, I'm worried about us being able to get out of the back. Because that's been our biggest problem in every actual
Yes.
competitive international game that we play.
Who do we play?
Yes.
In, was it Korea or like China? Or
Japan, one of
those three.
that set of games that
It
we
was
played,
just
we can't get out of the
bad.
back. So we have all this talent in the midfield and the forwards that we keep talking about, but if we can't move the ball through the levels, it's not going to matter.
I think.
And we're the youngest team at the World Cup, so I mean it's kind of expected. So everybody's really excited for all this talent that we have, but if we can't move the ball through some pressure, it's not going to
You
matter.
know what I'm expecting? I'm expecting it to be Tim Ream, Walker Zimmerman, and they're gonna go out the back, and it's not gonna work like twice, and Walker Zimmerman's gonna be like, screw
We're
it.
just gonna move
And
it.
he's just gonna clear the ball out there to like Reyna or.
We're gonna pray
I
that
think-
we get a break.
I think we should help out, and if we drop Musa back in between the center backs and have like that 5-back at least building out of it, I think that could work out a little better. Just because Musa's more explosive and has that vision. Better.
I don't think Berhalter will.
He won't.
I think that will be
Like-
too cluttered back there.
It could be, but I'm not saying like drop him completely all the way back, like the flat back 5. Maybe like have him staggered, sitting there a little deeper.
Well, and our outside backs are always going to be wing backs,
Yeah.
so like they'll be pushed up.
Well, yeah, like I'd much rather have Des get that ball there and try to beat someone 1-on-1 than have Tim Ream pray to make a long ball pass or make the actual proper pass.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
We'll see. We
It'll
can
be
definitely compete if they
Yes.
want to.
Because a group stage is going to be difficult.
We can get second.
Yeah,
For
we
sure.
we can get first if England still continues their poor form.
Well, they'll
But
have
it's
to
also-
keep getting hurt too,
Yeah,
which is unfortunate. For
yeah,
them.
it's very unfortunate, but you know, they've been saying it's coming home, so they kind of.
They said every year. All right. Now that I got my extra 2 cents in,
St. Louis Blues.
my team sucks. That's it. I mean, they're playing bad. We've given up 3+ goals in 8 straight games and lost all of them. So
My team,
if we're not going to play defense, we're not going to win. It doesn't matter.
my team's pure offense. It's pure offense.
Be nice.
Goal differential +15. It's insane. Dallas. looks
That's
really
true, and you're
good.
also 8-4-1. So
Yeah, we're also second in our division
Yes, you
behind
are.
Winnipeg because we just lost tonight. It's unfortunate.
I'm sorry. I gotta cut you off for a second
Go
before. I don't know if we're moving on to the next team. I thoroughly enjoyed that Elon Musk has made this whole $8 Twitter verification thing, because the first tweet on my feed is a verified count by the name of Adrian Wojnarowski that says the Brooklyn Nets have released Kyrie Irving. Sources tell ESPN. But
Yeah,
the
it's not
account-
Woj.
The
It's
account
not
is
Woj.
JT235556.
It's not Woj.
Oh.
Yeah, it's wild. So you
I was
can
like,
say
what?
$8 would be verified.
Yeah.
His other next tweet is ESPN sources: Brooklyn Nets star Kevin Durant has torn his groin and is expected to miss a month.
Hey,
Girl.
It's his
I
groin.
figured
Bro,
from the hesitation
somebody
looks
was
around
supposed to be like that about LeBron, and it was like, oh yeah, he tore his groin. Oh, it's the same.
Wait a minute.
groin
All we
he
have
tore
to
in
do is pay
2018.
$8 and we can get verified on Twitter.
Yeah,
$8 a month.
It's
yeah,
hilarious.
no.
It's so funny to watch like all the reporters and rich people basically complain about it.
Yeah.
And then you have Elon just come like, that's cool and all, but it's still $8. I'm like, that's cool.
Man of the people.
It's funny. It's funny because
Something
like,
That
like it
Chapman
doesn't
thing.
even really matter to be verified. Who cares? It's a cool check mark.
Do you see the Chapman thing
What?
with the Yankees?
What happened now?
With the blue verification mark?
No,
Oh.
I've not seen it.
Oh dear me.
Oh no, Brady doesn't actually know something.
Well, it's about the Yankees.
Well, if it's not my Twitter notifications,
It's not
nine
that.
times
It's
out of
about
10 I
the
don't find
Yankees,
it.
so
Okay.
I don't fault.
Fair enough. There was
Because you guys think I'm on Twitter all the time? It's mostly just notifications.
Yeah.
I I showed Matt my screen time once. In a 4-day span, I only had an hour and 8 minutes on Twitter.
Not too bad.
Just on Twitter?
A day or like?
That was across 4 days.
Okay.
An
I
hour
thought
and 8 minutes.
an hour a day. I'm like, whoa, dude. My average screen
You
time
can't begin to
total-
tell me when you weren't working for the Mud Hens, you weren't on Twitter all day every
That
day.
was
that was
my
part of his
job.
What? No, I'm talking about outside of work hours too.
I mean, the hour car ride home when Brody was driving.
What? No, like
And
even
then
when
I-
you were hanging out with us, your nose was always in Twitter last summer.
Anywho, back to hockey.
For
Let's
sure.
go to hockey.
Yes.
Go
Yeah,
to
you want to go to the
hockey.
Wings?
Yeah. That's why I wore this hoodie. The Wings
Oh, I was
play
already
tonight. We
there.
play the
I was
Rangers
already
later.
Talking about my offensive powerhouse of the team. wishing the Dallas Cowboys were like that. It is what it is.
Nice.
Here's a little fun stat.
No!
No.
Shut up!
We were
When
talking
it
about
is
the
your
Red Wings.
turn,
Hey,
you
cover-
can
hey,
say
covers
it.
the
No,
Red Wings.
hey, right to left.
You've already
Last.
interrupted me. You might as well go.
Nope.
Go.
I interrupted
Every
him.
team represented in this room is either in 2nd place or 8th place. 2nd place, 8th place.
That couldn't have waited
That's-
until you were there.
That's what you're.
That's
What is
my
that? An
question.
ESPN odds stat when LeBron does something weird?
No, I just looked at the standings and happened to notice that.
LeBron's
Anyway.
brother-in-law, sister's mom's boyfriend's ex-wife is pregnant. Yeah, that's why I just heard from Brady's mouth.
Next.
Wings are 7-3-3. We're playing without Tyler Bertuzzi right now, so that kind of sucks. But John Raymond's playing well. Or Lucas Raymond. I was thinking of John Albert, who's the captain of the Walleye, and Lucas Raymond at the same time. But yeah, Dylan Larkin's playing well. Hoping we can win tonight. Stay on the track.
Who do you got tonight?
The Rangers. We can beat the Rangers.
Is that,
It's at-
is it the
it's
New
at
York
MSG,
Rangers? Is that
yeah.
the New York Rangers?
I'm pretty sure it's at MSG tonight.
I mean, they play. Dumb question. Never mind. I figured it out. I was gonna ask if they played in the Garden.
Yeah.
That's what Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
That's
They share it
always
with the
wild.
Knicks.
That's always wild to me, because a lot of people like a long time ago, they had problems with like the condensation on the courts afterwards.
Right, because there's that video of Steph Curry just completely wiping out going
Yeah,
up for a
probably-
layup in LA.
Probably rolling his ankle pretty good too.
Yeah.
Before he wore those giant, thick ankle braces.
Right.
But that was always wild to me, because do they just slide the ice in and out like underneath something?
I'm not
or-
sure how they do it. It is Lucas Raymond. I was starting to doubt myself.
Okay,
But
that's wild.
yeah, I'm happy that no, the Red Wings share one, the Flyers and the 76ers share one.
Yeah, because the Pistons
Detroit
play
does.
and the
We share
Pistons
with
play Little
Pistons.
Caesars, right?
What?
So the Pistons play Little Caesars, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've seen a Red Wings game and a Pistons game at Little Caesars.
The Kraken technically share one.
With who?
The WNBA team, but
No.
Yeah,
but hey,
Those seasons don't overlap, so it doesn't matter.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
But I'm trying to think of other teams that do. Chicago does. Blackhawks and the Bulls share one.
yeah.
Cleveland kind of shares one.
We share
Cleveland-
with an AHL team. That counts.
Yeah, Cleveland shares one.
Yeah.
Matt, do the Wild and the Timberwolves share an arena? Do you know? I have no idea.
I'm going to assume all of the LA teams share one.
I
Yeah,
think
they do.
both play in
The
Yeah.
Bucks
center.
share one with an AHL team too. But that's all the ones I can think of off the top of my head.
All right.
Yeah.
Isaac,
Next to the Blue Jackets.
My Blue Jackets, yeah.
garbage.
Dog water.
Well, it doesn't help our starting goalkeeper's injured, but our defense also sucks.
Yeah.
But we have offensive superstars. Our defense is
Your guys' defense is just
So what I'm
atrocious.
hearing is,
Atrocious.
what I'm hearing is, if you had your starting goaltender, you would only have a goal differential of like -5. But now that he's out, it's like -12.
Yeah.
I mean, our starting goaltender is good. But
Who is it?
That's what I meant by my comment of he would save 7 more goals. than
Elvis is
like-
the backup.
Right.
He's good.
Did you
I
say
don't know his
Elvis?
name. He's good.
Yeah,
Say
Elvis.
Oh,
I've
everyone
definitely
knows
had-
Elvis. Okay,
bad.
that's right.
I've
Just
definitely
because
had
it's
moments
Elvis.
like that, so I
It's
can't
Elvis.
comment.
Where's the
Like
Dickens?
for-
Is Corby Salas still on the
Yes,
Jackets?
it's Corpus Salas.
Oh wait, I didn't highlight this enough. The Walleye do have a new captain, John Albert.
Oh,
I didn't know
thought
that
you were
until
gonna say
today.
I thought you were gonna say it with Hawkins.
No.
I mean, they started
Like,
last
yeah.
weekend. They just had a game yesterday. It was Education Day.
Yeah,
Puck
they
drop
lost.
was 10:30
Yeah, I know.
Wait. PM?
AM.
a.m.
Oh.
Yeah.
Either way. What?
Why
Yeah.
do you have to talk before somebody finishes a statement every single time? Like, 3/4 of the way through the statement, you have to jump into yours every single time. We've had like 3 conversations going on at one time just in this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in this little segment right here.
Yeah. Blue Jackets, I'm like, we're still super young. I mean, we did get the best free agent there was. Offense superstars. Patrick Laine, good at superstar offense. We just need that defensive help. We just need to go out and get a good young defender to help us at some point this season. Get our keeper help, goaltender healthy. Before I get yelled at by Clayton.
It's gonna cost you walkouts for that.
Yeah.
I-
They do not share an arena.
I know, that's what I'm showing you.
Shout
Well,
out
yeah.
to the next episode.
I just wanted to see what their arena was called. That's what I was doing.
Yeah, Excel. I literally showed it to you.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Well, I looked up.
Shout
the
out to
Timberwolves.
one of the episodes
Sorry.
coming out
Maybe eventually.
eventually.
I forgot that sunset at 5:20 today, so that's exciting.
Are you gonna do this again? We're gonna go out there play and you're gonna be like,
I
can't.
I
If
think
you
we have the
really wanna
lights in the camera will be fine.
If you really
I'll
want to
have to
record
test that.
walkouts, you might want to
Brady, Kraken, go.
I was gonna say I'm done. So
I'm
Yeah.
I mean, we
I'm
already
done
have
too.
almost a third of the wins we had last year, so
Oh, there you
That'd
go.
that's a great start. This
Third,
has been the
second.
hot takes.
Look
I'm
at
sorry.
us.
Did you have anything else?
we were in
we
second
just-
place, playing well. You know, now that our version of Jimmy Howard is injured, so we stopped losing games.
You
because
don't
of it.
know. You don't know.
Clayton, he was going from third
You
place
don't
in
know.
the Vezina
You
Cup to
don't-
worst goaltender
You
in the
don't
league.
know.
Third to
You
worst
don't
in the
understand.
league.
You don't understand.
It's 'cause
This-
we only had a team for a year and 2 months.
Yeah,
And
that's exactly why.
I
Actually,
understand
yeah.
that exactly why.
And this has been the Hot Take Sports Podcast.
Make sure to follow us on all our social medias at Hot Take Sports 16. Don't be afraid to tweet at us. Give us some hot takes. Love to see that.
Use
Shout out to Drew Siferd Racing. Use promo code HTS at SeatGeek for $20 off of your first purchase. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you next time.